Here's the rough green snake for everyone that's been asking to see other species. Good video today. We took Thor out of the Treedom territory, and when we removed him, all of the submissive males started battling for the territory. That's a superworm that's like the size of her body. She's trying to chew it up and swallow it down. We haven't purchased superworms for a year, and this superworm was still somewhere in the habitat. We took the most dominant green anoles, which were Rex and Thor, and we put them over into this area right here. And when we did that, there were new dominant males that popped up, and this is one of them. His name is Cutter, and he's the dominant anole in the Woodlands territory, which is just to the right of Treedom or Thor's previous territory. You guys are gonna see him battle today. But I wanted to show you guys this. This is why I haven't got geckos besides house geckos, because they'll stay in the area. This is a green basilisk lizard that's actually outside of the mesh that's supposed to be keeping all the lizards inside. I'm not sure how he got up there yet, but we'll figure it out. Here's a brown anole that doesn't have any coloration on him, so he's just now making a name for himself. There was a lot of action going on this day. Here we have a territorial dispute going on over in Chop's territory. That brown anole is Chop. You'll see the green on him. At first I thought the green anole to the left was sizing up Chop, but then I realized there was another green anole out of my sight. And we'll see him strike at the brown anole right here. He's so ready for battle. He went forward and then he immediately switches his focus back to the green anole. Now I'm not sure where Baratheon is, but Baratheon was the previous dominant green anole in this territory, but he's nowhere to be found. He has the purple markings. Now we see the black around their eyes, and we see the crest displayed. And the guy to the left, he's pretty aggressive. He's gonna make a name for himself. A lot of anoles don't really attack like that. They size up for a long time and wait for the other guy. But he went right for it. And then that confidence paid off. He became the dominant anole over there. I want to introduce you guys to Zeus on the left, and then Cutter, the dominant anole from the Woodlands territory just to the right. There's Treedom and Woodlands. Not long after removing Thor from Treedom, all the submissive anoles started to battle for the territory. There's Zeus leaping right at Cutter. Now both of these guys were actually ready to battle. There wasn't much sizing up. They got right to it, and they're gonna lock jaws. That's Zeus on the top and then Cutter below. The anole with the most confidence normally wins. And right here it looked like Zeus was backing away from Cutter. If Cutter wins this, he's the dominant anole over at the Woodlands territory and the Treedom territory. So that's a lot more females that he can mate with. But Zeus wasn't done yet. Now Zeus is the one approaching, and it looks like Cutter is retreating. Cutter has had enough and he leaps back toward his Woodlands territory. That makes Zeus the new dominant anole of the Treedom territory. We know that Thor, when he was over here, he dominated Treedom and Woodlands, but Zeus is gonna let Cutter retreat to Woodlands and stay over in the Treedom territory. The Treedom territory is desired by a lot of the green anoles, so this won't be the only fight that Zeus gets into. Thor and the others are over here. Rex and Thor are basking together over here, but eventually when they get used to the new area, they're gonna have to face off and establish ranks. Zeus is still bobbing his head and displaying his dewlap, and it looks like Cutter might not be done. Cutter slips off the leaf, and now that allows Zeus to be able to focus his attention on another male named Scar. He was featured in a previous video where he scared off Thor and Rex both. Now we get a chance to see a side of Thor that we hadn't seen before. He's retreating. So now Scar is the dominant Anole of this territory. In a previous video, I mentioned that Thor was the type of Anole that wouldn't fight males that he didn't have to. And that's the style of Anole that'll rule for a long time. Zeus is the complete opposite. Anybody within his territory, he's going to go at him and he's going to attack. Scar jumps at Zeus, and this will be a difficult matchup for Zeus because Scar is a lot bigger. That brown Anole right there, his name is Raptor. We saw him in previous videos. Carnage used to be the dominant brown Anole in Treedom, but now it's Raptor. Now it looks like Scar isn't interested in battle, but Zeus is not the type of Anole to let anyone wave the white flag. Zeus's tongue is still sticking out from his battle with Cutter. So this is battle number 2. He's 2-0 so far. Here's Cutter over in his Woodlands territory. The dominant brown Anole of this area is Dex. So over in Treedom, it's Raptor, and right here we got Dex. He has the red on his neck. Well, this is for everybody that says, show me the turtles, show me other stuff. There's the turtles. We'll feed them in a little bit. And over here, there is a tree frog, gray tree frog. What else we got? The snake is right here. I'm gonna try to feed him today too. Looking back over to the Treedom territory, Zeus is bobbing his head and displaying his dewlap. Scar hasn't completely left the area, and Zeus is the type of male Anole that doesn't want other males even in his sight. This is going to be Zeus's signature move. He's always leaping at his opponents. I've never seen Thor attack a male Anole that was clearly submissive. But Zeus operates different. So Scar is going to jump away. And this is going to show us just how confident Zeus is. He's going to eat in the middle of battle. Caught a little fly. And then focuses right back on the Scar. Signature move. Scar head bobs back, but those are submissive head bobs. Zeus is still going to attack. Now Scar is out of sight, and Zeus is okay with that, so he's gonna head back. This is why Anoles are my favorite species. You get non-stop action from these guys, especially during mating season. We'll see how he acts when Thor comes over here. That brown anole will eventually meet up with the one that's dominant over here. Here's the dude that he just defeated. He came over here. So when Thor comes back over to this area, we'll see if Zeus is still as confident. I posted on Instagram that Zeus went 3-0 today. That was his second victory. You guys will get to see the third battle in the next video. I'll leave links to the videos I talked about in the description below. Much love to everybody leaving likes and dropping comments. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys on the next one.